The gruesome twosome are getting really desperate at this point. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle fly into Canada to try and save the Invictus Games that's currently in chaos. And guess what? Twitter noticed, didn't miss a beat, and roasted them to hell and back. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye, and oh my goodness. Yep, let's jump into this one, shall we? So reports are coming through with pictures and videos galore that Hazza and Megzy flew into Canada to attend a hockey game in order to try and salvage the failing Invictus Games that are apparently supposed to still take place in Canada for 2025. There is a lot of chaos behind the scenes for the Invictus Games for 2025, and if you want to know more about that particular chaos, then check out my video from 5 days ago. Destroyed. Prince Harry Invictus Games thrown into chaos. Yes, this is after they dismissed 2 high-level executives from the organisation for no apparent reason, it seems. So want to know more of that background? Check out my video from 5 days ago. However, in terms of more recently, they attended an NHL ice hockey game last night to witness the Vancouver Canucks beat the San Jose Sharks 3-1 from a VIP box at the Rogers Arena. And while at the game, the couple promoted the next Invictus Games despite the reported chaos behind the scenes. So, yeah, guys, the gruesome twosome, Hazza and Megzy, are getting extremely desperate to try and salvage the Invictus Games and save it, so that it can still go ahead for 2025 in Canada. And Twitter noticed, and Twitter went in. So let's see their reactions. First and foremost, my good friend Meghan's Mole, which if you're not subscribed to on YouTube, you're living under a rock. Get it done now. And she tweets out, if you're trying to drum up support for Invictus 2025 and hide the fact there are questions about missing funds, why not show up to the Canucks game with a couple of veterans to enjoy the game with their patron? That would have made much more sense than seeing the seal clap again. She goes like this sometimes with her claps, like, Meghan's Mole's right, as far as I'm concerned. And here is another tweet from Meghan's Mole, who I consider right on the money yet again, saying, I'm wondering if Harry and Meghan attending the Canucks game was paid out of Invictus Games funds. How convenient for this suddenly to happen after the damning report about the CEO and the COO being fired. Yeah, try and drown out that noise by doing a bit of self-promotion for the Invictus Games. Why not, right? The manipulation is real, and Twitter is recognising this. We also have Angela Levin, respected royal commentator, saying the Invictus Games is desperate for money and owe millions. There is concern it won't be able to operate. And yes, I did do a video back in August where Angela Levin spoke a little bit more about the Canadian 2025 Invictus Games. And she's turning around and she's saying that through her sources, people at the organisation just don't want it to go ahead now. They want it to die. They want it to go away because Hazza and Megzy effectively, as far as they're concerned, and as far as I'm concerned, have made the Invictus Games all about themselves rather than having the spotlight firmly on the veterans, the veteran soldiers that are competing in the Invictus Games, right? So we also have Royal News Network saying if we've officially entered into throwing the first pitch territory, things must be getting bad for Harry and Meghan. Also, who wears a $15,000 necklace to a hockey game? Right? I mean, do you, don't get me wrong. But I'm going to chuckle at this, especially after last week when Princess Catherine was hammered for wearing a £400 shirt. But Megzy ain't getting hammered for wearing a $15,000 necklace. Yeah, keep the same energy, guys. Hey, sugars? Then we've got Meghan's Markle back at it again, saying this is what Meghan Markle left the royal family for, setting up photo shoots at hockey games to get attention. And may I add, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, setting up photo shoots in the nearest car park in California. Like, oh my goodness. She's so transparent, guys. She also says, what the hell happened to Marcus? He's looking like a bloated whale these days. I mean, that's her opinion. I generally don't really like to comment on people's appearance. That's just my personal kind of choice on that. But that's what Meghan's Markle has said. We've got Harry's grey suit saying she's trying to dance now. Now, we've all seen the dance at the Beyonce concert that she did. Let's see the little jig from Megsy at this Canadian hockey game right now.
JT Miller as he makes it 3-1 Vancouver.
Like this. That's it. That's not enthusiastic, really, at a sports game. I'd be like this, yeah, and just going all nuts and everything, like just letting loose and letting go, right? Not, Oh my goodness. And then we've got royal expert Princess Consuela Banana Hammock saying she's literally watching her own reaction on the screen instead of just reacting to the game. So fake. Yes, the narcissism in Megsy can never be avoided. Let's have a look at this. Oh, yeah. She's like, not looking at the game. She's like this, looking at the screen of herself. Do I look pretty confused or ugly confused? Let me make sure I look pretty confused so I can look at myself looking all pretty confused for the cameras. Seriously. And then the last two is from my good friend According to Taz, which again, if you're not subscribed to on YouTube, you're still living under a rock and get it done right now. She's saying, everyone else watching the game, Meghan watching the camera, even Marcus Anderson is clapping for the players. So not only is Megsy looking up at herself, making sure she looks pretty confused pretty, however you want to term it, but yep, she continues to look for the camera and make sure she gets that money shot. And yeah, with eyes wide shut says there were 3 of us in our marriage. That's actually a pretty good joke there. But yeah, look! Like, she's proper looking into the camera being like, make sure you get my good side. And then the final tweet that I found, again from my friend According to Taz, pretty much a serious one this, absolutely bloody ridiculous. Pushing that they're still working royals, they are not. That cipher belongs to Sussex Royal, which was cancelled by Queen Elizabeth II. This is the cipher we're talking about here, which is true. They're not supposed to, by all accounts, be using this cipher anymore. It was cancelled by the late Queen. Queen and Country, they then trashed Queen and Country. Odious pair of muppets. Yeah, and when you've got Omid Scobie saying Megsy and Azza have moved on from the royals, Azza and Megsy be like, make sure you use our names and our titles. Oh, also, please make sure you use our cipher. Yeah, they hadn't moved on from the royals whatsoever. But this is a little bit of a serious tweet because, yeah, they shouldn't be using this cipher at all. It was cancelled by Queen Elizabeth II when they quit, when they exited the royal family. They're not supposed to use this anymore by all accounts. So, true, yeah, they're getting slammed for that as well. But with that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, believe me, of course there's going to be more, then make sure, when I can get the lights back on, you subscribe to join our alternate tribe. I'll be honest with you, help us get to 100k so we can get that silver play button right there and hopefully cause a boozy meltdown on Twitter. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever. Also as well, if you've got some very strong opinions about Hazza and Megsy trying to salvage the Invictus Games Games in Canada, and I bet you do, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters!